Hello and warm welcome to all of you. Dear students, today I am here with the second part of economic chapter number 3, poverty as a challenge. In the previous lecture, we discussed the story of Ram Saran and Lakha Singh. Ram Saran is a daily wage worker from urban area, while Lakha Singh a landless laborer from rural area. We discussed that both were able to earn low income after their hard work. Their income level is low, so it is obvious that their consumption level is also low. After studying these two typical cases, we can illustrate many dimensions of poverty. First, both the cases show that poverty means hunger and lack of shelter. In the case of Ram Saran as well as Lakha Singh, we notice that they were unable to get 2-time meal in a day. Even they were living in Kacha house. So we can say that poverty means hunger and lack of shelter. Second, poverty is a situation in which parents are not able to send their children to school. Ram Saran, elder son, working on a tea stall as a child laborer, and even Lakha Singh started the work at the age of 10 years. So this we can say that it is a situation, poverty is a situation in which parents are not able to send their children to their school. It is a situation where sick people cannot afford treatment. Even poverty is a situation. In the case of Lakha Singh, we observed that his father passed away due to the lack of medical facility. He was a TB patient. Even his mother suffering from same disease, and she is also not getting a medical facility. Ram Saran children, they were undernourished, and even they are not getting a medical facilities. Poverty also means lack of clean water and sanitation facilities. After studying these two cases, we can say that poverty is a situation in which poor people, they are not getting the facility of safe drinking water. Even there is a lacking of sanitation facilities for the poor people. Poverty is a situation in which people are lacking of regular job at minimum decent level. It is a situation in which people are lacking of job at minimum decent level. Ram Saran working in a floor mill and earning only 1500 rupees per month. Lakha Singh working as a farm laborer and only getting 50 rupees or sometime some grain, some kilograms of grain or vegetable. So after their hard work, they are not getting enough. So we can say that poverty is a situation in which there is a lacking of job at regular minimum decent level. Above all, it means living with sense of helplessness. People who are caught in such situation, they are living in a condition of helplessness. They lost total hope. They living in a despair, helplessness condition. These all are the dimensions, characteristics of poverty. Poor people are in a situation in which they are ill-treated at almost every place in farm, factories, government offices, hospitals, railway station, etc. We can add one more dimension, one more characteristics. Poor people are ill-treated everywhere in the society, in the farm, in the factories, in railway station, in all public places. They are ill-treated. People not behaving well with the poor people at every place into the society. Obviously, nobody would like to live in poverty. Because of all above dimension, no person in the society would like to live in poverty. One of the biggest challenges of independent India has been to bring millions of its people out of abject poverty. That's why poverty is the biggest challenge for independent India. To bring out these millions of people from miserable condition of poverty, it is a huge task. It is a huge challenge for our country. And that's why Mahatma Gandhi always insisted that India would be truly independent only when the poorest of its people become free of human suffering. And that's why Mr. Gandhi told that India would be truly independent only after all the poor people, they are coming out of poverty. They become free of all human suffering. So, after these two cases, we can say that poverty means hunger and lack of shelter. Poverty means poor parents are not able to send their children to the school. Poverty means sick people cannot afford treatment. Poverty means lack of clean water and sanitation. Poverty means lack of regular job at minimum decent level. So these are the dimensions of the poverty. Now we will see how poverty is seen by social scientists. Since poverty has many facets, social scientists look at it through a variety of indicators. In the first lecture, I have given you the indicator of the poverty. The common indicator of poverty are level of income and level of consumption. Usually the indicator used relate to the level of income and consumption. Level of income and level of consumption, these two are the common indicator of the poverty. If person income is low, so it is obvious that consumption level is also low. So first and most important common indicator of the poverty is low level of income and low level of consumption. But now poverty is looked through other social indicator like literacy level. Now we can add some more indicator, and these are the social indicator of the poverty. Common indicator of poverty are which? Level of income and level of consumption. Now I will give you some social indicator of the poverty. Number one, illiteracy level. Poverty means lack of education. Illiteracy level. In poor people, illiteracy level is high. Lack of general resistance due to malnutrition. They are not getting enough food. 2-time meal they are not getting. So their resistance to the disease is low due to the malnutrition. They are not getting enough nutritional food, so their immunity level is very low. Means these kind of people, they can easily become the victim of disease. Level of illiteracy and lack of general resistance due to the malnutrition. Another, lack of access to health care. They do not have enough money, so that's why these people, they are lacking the medical facilities, they are lacking the health facilities. Lack of job opportunities. These poor people, because of the lack of education, they have to do work as a daily wage worker or as a farm labor. Without education, they are not getting good job. So lack of job opportunity, it is also a social indicator of poverty. Lack of access to safe drinking water, sanitation, etc. These people, they are living in a slum area. They are living in kacha houses, so they do not have a proper facility for drinking water. So for them, there is a lack of safe drinking water and sanitation. These all are social indicator of poverty. Level of income and level of consumption, these two are common indicator of poverty. If the income of the person is low, so its consumption level is also low. So by this we can say the person is living in poverty. With this, some social indicators are also there. Illiteracy level is high. Lack of resistance due to the malnutrition. Lack of access to health care. Lack of job opportunity and lack of access to safe drinking water and sanitation. These all are social indicator of the poverty. If you see these things in some person, so you have to keep in mind the person is living in poverty. So now we will discuss about analysis of poverty based on social exclusion and vulnerability is now becoming very common. First, we will see social exclusion of the people. According to this concept, poverty must be seen in terms of the poor people having to live only in a poor surrounding with other poor people. As per this social exclusion concept, it is clear that poor people, they have to live in poor surrounding. In urban area, you have seen number of people who are living in a slum region. So slum region, you can understand these people are living in poverty. In rural area, people are living in one corner of the village. Generally, they are living in kacha houses. So these people, we can say that they are living in poverty. So social exclusion, according to this concept, poverty must be seen in terms of the poor having to live only in poor surrounding with other poor people. These poor people, they are living with other poor people, excluded from enjoying social equality of better of people in better surrounding. These poor people, as per the concept of social exclusion, these poor people, they are living in poor condition, poor surrounding with other poor people, and they are excluded to enjoy social equality which are enjoyed by better off people. Means they are not getting the facilities which are enjoyed by other people. So here you have to keep in mind, social exclusion of poverty is a concept in which poor people, they have to live with other poor people without enjoying the social equality which are enjoyed by better of people. Social exclusion can be both a cause as well as consequence of poverty in usual sense. Now this social exclusion is not only the cause, it is not only the reason of poverty, but it is the result, consequence, result of poverty also. How? I will explain. Because these poor people, they are not able to enjoy the social equality like other better off people. Means they are lacking the facility which enjoyed by better of people in the society. So because of it, they are socially excluded. So here you have to keep in mind, social exclusion of the people is both because of social exclusion they are poor. That you have to keep in mind. Because of social exclusion, they are not able to enjoy the same equal facility like other better off people in the society. So they are poor. And as they are poor, they are socially excluded. They are socially excluded. So social exclusion of the people is both a cause of poverty as well as result of poverty. Broadly, it is a process through which individuals or group are excluded from facilities, benefit and opportunity that others enjoy. Now I will explain the real meaning of social exclusion. Broadly, we can say that social exclusion means individuals or group are excluded. They are not allowed to enjoy the facilities, benefits and opportunity which enjoyed by other people into society. Social exclusion means social exclusion of the people. Actually, we can say that individuals or groups are not allowed to enjoy the facilities, benefit and opportunity which enjoyed by other people. Enjoyed by other people means better of people into the society. A typical example of the working of caste system in India, in which people belonging to certain castes are excluded from equal opportunity. And typical example, best example of this social exclusion of the people, caste system prevailing in India. Because certain caste people in our country, they are not allowed, they are excluded from equal opportunity in our country. Social exclusion thus may lead to but can cause more damage than having a very low income. So that's why we can say that social exclusion is both cause of poverty and consequence of poverty. Again, I would like to repeat what is social exclusion. Social exclusion means individuals and groups are not allowed to enjoy the facilities, benefits and opportunities which are enjoyed by better of people into society. And the best example of this social exclusion in the form of caste system prevail in India. In our country, certain castes are excluded from equal opportunities. And that's why there is a reservation system introduced by the Constitution of India to protect these communities, especially SC, ST and OBC people in our country. So with the topic of social exclusion, I would like to conclude my today's lecture. Inshallah, in next lecture, we will discuss about vulnerability of poverty and poverty line. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Allah Hafiz.